This was the moment the world was warned about, when wisdom met destiny, when truth met shadow, and power stood between them, not crowned, not commanded, not yet named. It did not rage, it did not fall, it waited.
Jaime stepped through the forest as if the world itself were drawing breath around him. The trees, ancient and watchful, leaned inward, leaves stilled, the air thickened with something unseen. Then the silence broke, not with sound, but with movement. 2 white ravens descended from the canopy above. They circled him once, twice. Their wings cut clean arcs through the air, feathers luminous against the dark boughs. As they landed before him, the forest bent, not in fear, but in recognition. The ravens unfolded. Mercy stood first, her form gentle and terrible in equal measure. Light coiled softly around her, as though she carried dawn within her bones. Beside her, Delfina emerged like a memory made flesh, eyes ancient, calm, endlessly knowing. Jaime did not reach for his blade. He did not step back. Something deep within him already knew them. Delfina spoke first, her voice low and steady. "We have waited for you." Her hand brushed his, and the contact sent a quiet certainty through him. Not command, not force, but trust remembered. Mercy inclined her head. "I am Mercy," she said, "and this is Delfina. We are what remained when the gods fractured themselves in fear." Jaime's gaze sharpened. "I must go to Sofia." Mercy's eyes softened, and for the first time, something like pride crossed her face. "This is why Eleandor chose you," she said. "But hear us first." She gestured, and the forest dimmed, as if listening. "Sofia is bound for the Solarian Dominion," Mercy continued, "to the lion's claw. Vigar believes her blood makes her his future queen." Her voice lowered. "But we know that is impossible." Jaime's jaw tightened. "I will walk straight into his holes if I must." Mercy's expression hardened. "That path is trapped. Even you can be lost, cast into the realm of nothingness, a place without return, unless..." She paused, and the air shifted. "Vigar once begged release from the gods," she said, "to abandon creation, to be with Catherine Valorin." Jaime felt the name strike something buried inside him. When the gods refused, Mercy continued. Vigar fell into the nothingness. There he found others, Versaries, Falvion, and 2 green seers, Kareth and Ismaravel. They were castaways, betrayed, furious. Delfina's voice joined hers. Together they tore a wound through reality. Falvion led them. She could move between realms. She was promised queenship when they returned. Mercy's eyes darkened. They betrayed her, bound her to the sea, stripped her of land and crown. Vigar laid his traps along the Solarian route so she could never follow. "That is why you cannot take the eastern path," Delfina said. "But I know another way. Around the Bloated Sea, westward. Safe." Jaime studied her, feeling something ancient settle between them. "You trust me?" Delfina nodded. "We have waited a lifetime for you." Mercy stepped closer. "Sofia will not be harmed," she said. "She will be queen of Etheria." That truth does not bend. They turned as one, revealing a white horse waiting among the trees, still, powerful, eyes bright with quiet intelligence. "Ride," Mercy said. "He will take you to our citadel." Jaime hesitated only a moment, then nodded. As he mounted, the horse surged forward, strength glooming beneath it, not domination, but harmony. Jaime's presence fed it, and together they became something faster than fear. They thundered through the forest. The air ahead rippled. 10 figures stepped from the forest ahead, not beasts, not rabble, master vampires. They moved without sound, pale forms resolving from shadow, as if the trees themselves had exhaled them. Long black hair fell loose over armored shoulders. Their eyes were voids, not dark, but empty, wells where light refused to remain. Jaime slowed the white horse, not because he feared them, because something in the world had noticed him. The forest stilled again. Leaves stopped their whispering. Even the horse lowered its head, muscles coiling, waiting. The vampires spread slowly, forming a half circle across the narrow path. There were 11. No, 10. One stepped forward, taller than the rest, his presence old and sharp with authority. "You," the leader said, voice thin with restrained hatred. "You are the one who destroyed our crown, master." Jaime regarded them calmly, as though they were curiosities placed deliberately in his way. He felt Delfina's presence then, not beside him, not behind, but within reach. A quiet resonance. Recognition without words. Two beings, shaped by the same ancient hand, standing at different points of the same design. For a moment, the world waited. Jaime dismounted. That was when the vampires hesitated. It was subtle, a tightening of shoulders, a slight recoil of claws, but it rippled through them like a shared instinct suddenly awakened. "What is this?" one of them hissed softly, not to Jaime, but to the air. Jaime stepped forward. "You have been sent," he said, "or you would not be here." The leader bared his fangs. "We came of our own will. You will suffer for what you have done." Jaime's gaze did not harden. "You have this moment," he said, voice even, unraised, to turn away, to exist a little longer, until I come for you again. For a heartbeat, no one moved. Then they laughed. The sound was wrong, brittle, forced, sharpened by unease they did not understand. "I will tear the mortality from your soul," the leader spat, stepping closer. "I will," Jaime lifted one hand, not in anger, in full. The clouds above them twisted as though seized by an unseen grip. Light gathered, not summoned, not controlled, answering something older than command. Lightning fell, not wild, not roaring. 10 white spears descended in perfect silence. Each struck true, each body ignited, not burning, but unraveling, flesh and bone collapsing into ash before sound could escape them. The air sizzled, the forest breathed again. Only the leader remained. He staggered back, eyes wide now, not black, but flooded with terror. Jaime was already in front of him. He seized the vampire by the throat and lifted him with effortless certainty. Their eyes met, one ancient, one eternal. "Tell them," Jaime said quietly, "what you saw." The vampire choked, trembling violently. "Tell them," Jaime continued, "that I am here, that the Dark Prince walks again." He loosened his grip. "Tell them," he finished, "that I am coming for all of you." Jaime released him. The vampire fled, stumbling through the trees, sobbing, faith shattered. Jaime mounted the horse once more. The Citadel rose ahead. It did not loom. It waited. Black stone towers crowned the ridge, ancient and unyielding. Along the steps stood the dark monks, hundreds of them, armored figures etched with vows older than kingdoms. As Jaime crossed the threshold, a wave of stillness passed through the ranks. One by one, they melt. Not in fear, in recognition. Mercy and Delfina descended again, their presence folding into the air like scripture made flesh. Delfina looked upon Jaime now with something deeper than awe, with kinship. Two children shaped from Elian doors and tent, standing at last on the same page of history. "Welcome," Mercy said, her voice carrying through stone and soul alike, "to the Citadel of the Dark Monks. And our home," Delfina added softly. Valor stepped forward. He removed his helm and dropped to his knees, head bowed, voice breaking. "I wish you were here," he said. "Rahab believed in your coming when faith itself seemed foolish. At the sound of her name, the air shifted. Something unseen crossed the space between worlds. Jamie felt it. Not his vision, but his presence. A spirit sustained not by magic, but by belief, unbroken. Behind Valor, in the veil of the unseen, Rahab knelt. Whole, radiant, waiting. Her voice carried like a breath across water. "Belief binds," she said, "and belief has brought me here." Jamie's chest tightened. "She is here," he said to Valor. "Not because I summoned her, but because she never stopped believing." Valor collapsed fully then, hands pressed to the stone, grief and joy tearing through him at once. Mercy stepped forward. "Behold the Dark Prince," she proclaimed, "the final design of Eliandor, the one who will restore what was broken." Jamie did not raise his voice. "Prepare," he said simply. "We march for the Solarian Dominion." No one moved. They did not need to. Power had already settled, and the world, at last, began to turn.